In Emmerdale, Tate is once again proving that he never seems to change his ways. The troubled character showed in today's episode that he is genuinely afraid of losing Dawn Taylor, leading him to tell yet another lie just to keep their relationship intact. Earlier this week, Dawn caught Robert Sugden searching through Joe's laptop. He quickly tried to cover his tracks, but she later discovered a video Joe had recorded back in January showing Victoria and John Sugden. Dawn was deeply shocked and immediately confronted Joe over what she had found. From her perspective, Joe could have helped Victoria, but instead chose to film the incident for personal benefit. Joe defended himself by claiming he never intended to report Victoria and only kept the footage as a form of protection. However, Dawn was disgusted that he had hidden the truth for so long and decided to leave, taking their children to stay at Billy Fletcher's home for the night. In today's episode, Dawn initially refused to engage with Joe, although he didn't take long to win his way back into her good books. Despite his many flaws and clear red flags, Joe genuinely loves Dawn, and she still has feelings for him as well. She demanded reassurance that he was no longer keeping secrets, insisting she wants no part in his destructive behavior towards others. Joe insisted that he had nothing else to hide, and the pair shared a hug. However, had he told the full truth, he likely would have lost her for good, though that outcome may still be ahead. Joe has still not admitted that he was behind the destruction of Holly Barton's memorial tree earlier in the week. Dawn previously warned that if he was responsible, their relationship would be over. With Olivia Bromley set to exit her role as Dawn Taylor later this year, it remains uncertain whether she will eventually walk away from Joe once everything is exposed. In Emmerdale, a dramatic new storyline is unfolding for Dr. Todd and Jacob Sugden, following a tense shift in their working relationship. After their professional bond collapsed earlier in the week, Jacob continues to struggle under pressure as Dr. Todd's harsh behavior towards him intensifies. In a recent episode, Manpreet informed Dr. Todd that Jacob had previously been groomed by his former teacher, Maya, during his younger years. In today's scenes, Jacob spoke with Kerry, who had previously confronted Dr. Todd and insisted that his boss actually has his best interests at heart. Jacob defended her, saying she is not targeting him, but instead guiding him as part of his professional training and support. At work, there appeared to be some improvement in their relationship when Jacob later apologized for Kerry's interference. Dr. Todd responded by explaining that those close to doctors often struggle to understand the sacrifices required in the medical profession. She then questioned whether Jacob was prepared to fully commit, to which he strongly agreed, saying he was willing to do whatever was needed. Dr. Todd reassured him that no extreme action was necessary, only that he focus on his work and maintain professionalism despite personal distractions. She also warned him about separating personal and professional boundaries, expressing confidence that he could manage both responsibilities. After Jacob made peace with Kerry and tried to move forward, things briefly seemed calmer between them. However, the episode ended with Dr. Todd secretly investigating Jacob's past, including details relating to Maya on a hospital computer. In upcoming scenes, Jacob is left stunned when he discovers that Dr. Todd has relocated to the village after moving in with Vanessa Woodfield. With his supervisor now living nearby, Jacob is expected to face even more tension, especially after she makes a serious false allegation about his behavior. In Emmerdale, Robert Sugden is pushed to breaking point as his guilt overwhelms him, and he finally confesses to Aaron Dingle that he helped frame Moira Dingle. Earlier in 2026, Tate obtained footage showing Victoria Sugden covering up the circumstances surrounding John Sugden's death. During his attempt to take control of the Sugden farmland, Joe threatened Robert and Victoria, demanding they hand it over or he would expose the truth about John. Joe later discovered identification cards in Celia's farmhouse and forced Robert to secretly plant them at Butler's farm. He then used the incriminating video again as leverage, warning Robert that he would report Victoria unless he complied. Robert carried out the plan, which ultimately led to Moira's arrest. At the time, he was unaware that Celia was involved in serious criminal activity, including drug trafficking and human exploitation, and was horrified to learn he had unintentionally helped frame Moira. With no solid evidence proving her innocence, Moira recently told Kane that she intends to plead guilty at her hearing. Feeling defeated, she believes this may increase her chances of an earlier release for the sake of her son Isaac. Aaron later shared the news with Robert, leaving him devastated by the situation. Robert then teamed up with Ross Barton in an attempt to expose Joe, but their plan collapsed when Ross's actions went off track and Dawn Taylor caught Robert in the act. After overhearing a conversation involving Ross and Robert, Aaron discovered the truth about the planted IDs. Although shocked, Aaron agreed not to expose Robert, instead insisting they must work together to find new evidence to clear Moira's name. In upcoming episodes, the pair locate a storage unit in Houghton that could hold crucial information. A major breakthrough comes when Cami Haddock reveals that Ray's old car registration is connected to that very unit. After some searching, Robert, Aaron, Paddy Kirk, and Mackenzie Boyd finally find the correct location. Inside, they uncover a large collection of documents linked to Celia and Ray, giving Moira's supporters renewed hope that she could be freed. However, it remains uncertain whether the discovery will be enough to save her. Following Robert's confession, questions now remain about what the future holds for him and Aaron. In Emmerdale, a fan has shared a wild theory about Dr. Caitlin Todd that could potentially explain her harsh treatment of Jacob Gallagher. The idea has gained attention online, with one viewer suggesting a surprising hidden reason behind Dr. Todd's apparent dislike for Jacob, and it has sparked plenty of discussion among fans. Since Jacob began training at Houghton General Hospital, his eagerness to learn has been repeatedly undermined by Dr. Todd's strict and often cruel approach. She consistently assigns him overwhelming workloads with unrealistic deadlines, only to criticize his efforts harshly afterwards. Her behavior escalated further when she encouraged Kim Tate to file an official complaint after Jacob was believed to have made an incorrect diagnosis involving mushroom poisoning. Although Dr. Todd claims she is simply preparing students for the pressures of medicine, her constant criticism has led many viewers to question her true motives. Very little is known about her personal life, which has only added to the speculation surrounding her character. That changed slightly when Jacob witnessed Dr. Todd behaving aggressively toward an elderly patient, prompting him to step in and challenge her actions. To his surprise, she revealed that the patient was actually her father. This led to an unexpected emotional conversation, where Dr. Todd opened up about her father's dementia and her family situation, including mention of a wife who had never been previously referenced. Emmerdale continues to air on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available on ITVX.